Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Dragonheir video. I'd like to thank Dragonheir for sponsoring this video, and you can get involved as well if you download using the link down below in my pinned comment. It does support my channel, or you can use the QR code and get involved that way. Damn, we've got an absolutely massive patch that's just dropped in Dragonheir today. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you some of the kind of like the highlights of it. I will say, if you're just starting to play the game now, like, you know, watching these videos for the first time, Season 1, which is the start of the game, obviously, the changes are exceptional. For someone who's a longer term player like myself, there's some cool stuff, but I don't think it's as cool. I'm going to show you both sides to it, but they're definitely moving in the right direction. And I'm sure a lot of players that start playing the game now, quality of life, amount of resources you get, cool champions that you will summon and get just becomes more and more achievable. So let's get into the mix here and see what's going on. So if we get into some of the big changes, there's a massive improvement to Arena, the Gladiator Arena. I'm going to go in and show you my Arena and how that's going to work today. I guess some of the things that they've done, so they've really done a pretty much a rework of Arena. So they've got a brand new matchup mechanism to improve the waiting times and the matchup. They've cancelled the original ranking point system. So server-wide, there's going to be a new ranking table, and basically you're going to be able to get better rewards as a result. And I mean, I've done like a couple of battles. It's significant in terms of the change. So this looks like it's going to be pretty cool for anyone in the mix. There's definitely more worm arrow to be got, and there's definitely more of the arena medals that you can earn on a sort of day-to-day fight basis. What else have they got here? They've also got this fast forward feature, so you can just quickly get some of your arena fights done. So that's quite interesting as well. There's a whole bunch of kind of like hero rebalances and changes. Specifically, Asterion here, who's one of the epics. Definitely some interesting changes. I don't know if it's going to make him suddenly like meta or something, but definitely an interesting bunch of changes there. They've got some optimizations as well. But really, it's the Season 1 stuff, which is completely nuts. And I do hope that they're going to implement some of these things for players that are already playing the game. So, you know, for me in Season 3, I don't see a bunch of these. But I feel like they should almost like give people those rewards going backwards as well, honestly. If you've or just implement the same thing, but from right now in Season 3 or whatever season you're in, just implement the same change, because a bunch of this stuff is what we've been asking for a long time, and new players are going to have a ton of improved quality of life as a result of this. What I'm going to do, I don't have a Season 1 account, but a good buddy of mine never does, and he did a video on this. I'll link it down below so you can check out the full video. But what I want to do is just share with you his video. I'm actually just need to mute the sound in game so that we don't have a crossover of sound. So yeah, I'll go with you, and I'll just share with you a couple of the main things, because he does a great job of explaining. He does have both a Season 3 account like mine, but he's also got a Season 1 account that he started up just recently. And I mean, so firstly, you got this kind of like, I guess, quest system that he's going through here, which gives you a bunch of Heliite dice once you've done quests, a bunch of legendary scrolls, and a legendary champion. Okay, just for doing kind of like, I mean, you can see some of the things here. Clear Goblin's lair stage 7 or above. Clear some of the different domains, the Frost domain, you know, basically the stuff to upgrade your champion stage 7 or above. And you're getting rewards along the way. This is like a 7-day set of missions. But yeah, once you've done all of the different tiers, you get the legendary champion. But you're getting some really, really valuable resources along the way. I'll play some of this.
Artifact and a legendary hero, which unfortunately I already have. So for me, this is going to be a instant opportunity to get Witch's Remains on my new account, which is actually crazy. But that is a huge boost. So there we go. That's that done.
So look here, 10 Heliite dice, 5 legendary scrolls from this.
So I've got a new artifact. I've got 10 Heliite dice. I've got the artifact. This is actually
new legendary artifact
insane.
as well.
That's. I wonder what's going to be. Okay, that's just the next part of.
More dice, more scrolls.
And there's more rewards as well. These are huge changes for new players. So there's going to be another 2 bosses where we'll be able to earn more rewards. The 7-day journey, obviously, that's done. I'm just going to jump ahead and buy the legendary artifact, Witch's Remains.
So he actually got a dupe of a legendary on his new account, which is quite harsh, but also gave him witches remain, so that's good.
Let's get that over and done with. Right, so we've got a load of compensation here. Let's collect all of them.
And so basically, if he'd pre-done some of the different things in game, then he also got these mails which said, "Oh, you've done this in season 1, therefore you get all of these different rewards," which is, you'll see again, loads of Were Remote, loads of Heliite dice,
and Gladiator Seals, all of the hammers. Oh, for hero training, obviously they've added that. We'll have a look at that in a second.
17 more there.
Affinity Solvent, that all got reset. More dice. Don't know what
10.
this is. I'm guessing these are new sets. We'll have a look at them in a minute. I've got more scrolls.
So basically, season 1 players are having the opportunity now to get a ton more Heliite dice, champions which you can go and earn for yourself, Worm Arrow, all of these different changes, which I think for people coming into the game is great. Okay, let's have a quick look here at the arena and check this out. Also, by the way, like, there's a few things that I haven't really covered in a video, but seeing as we're doing like general changes and stuff like that, you know, the quality of life that Dragonheir put into team building, for example. So, you know, being able to go in and say, right, these are my different teams in different areas of the game. You know, this is how I've got my different champs built within those teams. It's actually incredibly good. Yeah, and the fact that you can kind of do equipment plans on the fly, and then when you're in that content, just kind of like load up the right people with the right gear is really, really effective. So props to Dragonheir for what they do there. Okay, so we're going to go to the arena here and see what's going on. I'm not one, so I didn't really enjoy PvP previously, I'll be honest. But what I've done so far feels way more rewarding and way more interesting. So let's jump in. Now, to start off with, it looks like I just get a ton of basically easy opponents, like beginner guard stuff. This is actually a real person, so I guess the beginner guards is literally just like low levels. I guess everyone just gets this as a kind of starting setup for whatever reason. I'm not sure why they've done that, just to get people on the board, I guess. But you'll see, so you get some Worm Arrow, you get some Gladiator Seals. What does it look like when I fight someone who's real? Is there anyone real here? This quick challenge thing, I could literally say use up to all of my tokens to take on beginner guards. I don't really want to do that on beginner guards. What happens if I do a reroll here? Do I get actual fights, or is it just... Maybe I need to kill a certain amount of the guards. Let's just do this first quick. Not sure how quickly I can work my way up. The beginner guards are significantly higher rank than I am. Okay, so we've got a real player here. So you see their troops are all level 100. Let's see how we get on here. The focus of my team is that Sigurd basically does all of my damage. So we get our debuffs out timed. We make sure that we've got good protection, and then Sigurd just comes in and slams everyone into the ground. So yeah, we're gaining like a decent amount of rewards per fight. So what happens then if I was to do like a few in here, the quick challenges, I don't watch the fight at all. I just get my rewards straight away. Is it the same amount of rewards? I kind of think it is. I don't think it improves my rank though. So it's literally just, oh, I need to get some stuff done. You know, I don't have time to properly do the battles. But I do think it's going to be worth, just kind of quickly going up some ranks here. I do think it's going to be worth doing some of the kind of refreshes of Arena now that the rewards are better. I'll show you the shop in a short amount of time, but definitely feels like they've made a massive improvement in this area. So if I re-roll now, do I start to see more actual opponents? So instead of beginner guards, I've gone on to junior guards, I guess. Still super weak though. So, like hard erect. I'm jumping up like 400 odd ranking points a time. But you see that amount of Worm Arrow I was getting there. Was that just because it was a junior guard? Is that just a higher amount of stuff? There's actually a lot. Like when you factor in the amount of battles we're doing in a day. Yeah, look, 87 Worm Arrow for that fight. You think about that over 15 fights. So I've used all of those. So if 100 Worm Arrow to buy 10 more tickets, properly worth, if you think about the amount of Worm Arrow we're getting back, definitely worth doing. What I'll do is I'll get myself onto like a proper ranking area, and then we'll see what the rewards are looking like there. Okay, so I shouldn't have done those kind of like quick challenges because it used up a bunch of my tokens, but quickly pushing up the ranks, you know, now at 4.5k, and I think tomorrow I could do it efficiently and actually get myself up in the top 1,000 or so. In terms of the ranking rewards, definitely like significantly improved. This is the daily ranking rewards that we're going to get. You know, so 300 Gladiator Seals at this level. You know, if you push yourself up towards the top 500, 600 Gladiator Seals, it's a lot actually. Just being active at all, starts to get you into the mix of some decent rewards. And I've just gained like a ton of worm arrow along the way. Just kind of like pushing myself up there. In terms of the shop, so I think now getting the lucky playing cards probably considerably more effective to do. So in each battle, the wearer's first ultimate steel casting will trigger guaranteed crits, which is super interesting actually for arena and generally. So that's 50k, but I think over the course of, you know, earning up, what have I got here, like 12,000 already, just from like my first go. Plus, you can get yourself, you know, Heliite dice from here. There's a bunch of different elements you can get from here as well. Do have a scroll once you start to get a bit higher up. Another Heliite dice for the team arena. Let's have a quick look at team arena. But yeah, it feels like they've optimized it in a pretty decent way, honestly. I don't think I've got my teams geared to do this effectively. Let's just roll one. I think my guys are not geared out for this. Yeah, they're not. So I need to gear up some teams to make this happen. But yeah, I think all in all, like, good patch for Dragonheir. I do hope that they roll through some of the changes that are happening for Season 1 to people that are already active in the game. But even if not, it's a great time to get involved and to start to, you know, feel some of those changes coming through for an early game life. I am considering starting a new account as well to go alongside the new players that are coming in. So if you're interested in that, do let me know down below. Don't forget to sub to the channel. It's a new channel, so it massively helps if you guys start to sub through. And yeah, thanks again, Dragonheir, for sponsoring this video. Don't forget there'll be links down below or a QR code if you want to get involved. I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you soon.